Okay, I'm back. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just make a note of that. Hey, everybody. I appear to... Oh, there we go. There, I fixed it. So yeah, hi everybody. CSX7998, aka Jesse. Unless I'm not supposed to call you that. Anyway. Uh, Jeremy7599 and Amtrak Fan 19. Yeah, we can certainly check out those posts. Anyway, so yeah, I'll make a note of the big boy that you experienced. And of course, we got the Get Out meme, and now it's running on one auxiliary tender instead of two auxiliary tenders. And what are the two things that you wanted to say? CSX 7598. Well, we're still here. Because boy, has it been a week. Despite spending a lot of time at home, somehow I managed to get a decent amount of the Q&A video taken care of. Like, maybe 2 weeks ago, I had like under 5 minutes done of the audio, and now it's like 10 minutes out of a hypothetical 30 or less. So at least I have something tangible for that. Let's see. Got in touch with friends, got in touch with the eye doctor again, but this time it was the other eye doctor who actually got my prescription. And apparently my eyesight slightly improved. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was supposed to get progressively worse until it eventually stopped. But apparently you bottom out and then it kind of fluctuates from there. And I don't know why that's the case. I thought it was going to follow a logarithmic decline curve. Oh, sure. Sure. Okay, I can certainly do that. What else has there been up there? Let's see. Lefts is capitalizing on the general collapse of the political rights in these United States after the botched fiasco with the papers not being released and that sort of thing. I won't go into too many details. Oh yeah, boy has the time flown if your first video was a year ago. And even more still that this is the 99th Cursed Trains from Train of Thought's Discord! Go check out Train of Thought's Discord, link in the description. Go check out his YouTube channel, link is also in the description. Check out his Twitter, also in the description. If you join the Discord, you can go check out the Cursed Trains channel where you can submit your own Cursed Trains after you've agreed to follow the rules. With that out of the way, I should probably personally reflect on how much time has passed and how much more stuff I wanted to do in the meantime that I'll just have to do later. But maybe that's neither here nor there. This is where we left off. Just wanted to make sure I got that clear. Almost turned off my computer today on accident when I thought my computer was sleeping. So I pushed the power button to wake it up, only to realize that apparently it was still on and I just wasn't paying attention. Which, I don't know how I do that. That's a skill issue. So yeah, let's whip this open, go check out everyone's channels. Oh yeah, I can certainly do that too. So, let's see. Shorts, posts. That's what I'm looking for. Anything I missed? So it was in Greeley, Colorado. That's what you're talking about in the comments. Let's see. Join the stream with Sableye now. Maybe I'll get to know who Sableye is now. But maybe that's something for another time. Ba 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 ba. Nothing train related here, except that. And I think I already did this one last week. What if Tidmus Shids was alive? That was the question. So yeah, there's a bunch of that. Go check out CSX's content. If you somehow pause this, this is here to make sure this is a short. I'm sorry, what? I don't. Here you say bet. Best spinner we have. Locomotive I miss. Wall Street Journal. The Union Pacific is in talks to acquire its smaller rival Norfolk Southern. Oh! And what would be... I need to go see that. Can't say no to this. Let's go. Finally beat my enemy. Check the subs. I have compared him to the two pictures to understand. Oh. Okay, well, I don't need to worry about internet beef right now. Retro GP40 locomotive in Roblox. What do you think? It's cursed! Just as intended. And I don't know why his head is stretched out and clipping through and his arms are, like, inverted. Get off the tracks there, mate. This is fine, though. Anyway. Look at these somewhere in Wales admin locomotives I saw. Ooh, Kiwi Rail. But it says Transrail for some reason. And I think this was last week. Yeah, this is also last week. Okay, got that updated. Share this post, I will rate your channel. With that image, I am completely mortified. Sub for free locomotive, but it's very dark for some reason. I can't see it. Anyway, Wall Street Journal. Union Pacific is in talks to acquire the smaller rival Norfolk Southern in what would be a mega merger for the railroad industry. After that fiasco with that Norfolk Southern train in East Palestine, I could totally understand that things need to change, and booting out managements from Norfolk Southern would definitely be a priority, as well as the precision railroading nonsense. Anyway, videos. Let's see what posts we got. There's quite a few. This one's half an hour. This one's 6 seconds. Somewhere Wales admin chaos 2. Somewhere Wales riding in an admin passenger train, which is about 15 minutes. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be a lot of stuff that we can do, but I can see this one. Oh my god, the lag. Hold on, let me bounce back, turn the music back up. Oh, there's hardly any audio at all. And why are the wheels so big? I mean, like, in terms of thickness. They're extra thick. Share this post if you like CSXFP7 number 118 in blue and gray, or gray and blue. Okay, this looks better, but it's still kind of cursed to see a modern livery on such an old locomotive. Even more cursed to see it in such a scuffed fashion over here. Okay, so we got the picker wheel. I think it's properly set, which is good. Now we should be able to bounce over to Benny Boy's Discord to see the submissions there, if any. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so this is where we left off with the box of Via Rail K5CALS horn. We've got this from Lego Master, and this tank engine is a mistake. I could skim over it, but I don't think we have all the time in the world to see it because it might be like 15 minutes long. Anyway, we got ourselves a Union Pacific loco. Or is it a Conrail locomotive? Which I would think it was Conrail, and then it was privatized to be Union Pacific, and they couldn't be bothered to paint the whole thing, so they just changed the logo and the number. We've got the LNN. Why do I feel like this is a repost? We've got the New Haven, but this time instead of the sloped passenger locomotive, it's the F40PH. Refrigerator Amtrak boxcar. Ooh, Southern Pacific, but it has the design scheme pre-merger with the Santa Fe that fell through. Repost and repost. We got some more reposts here. That's a repost. Classic repost, maybe? Oof. Oh yeah, that looks painful. We've got the Municipalidad de Lima. We've got CSX again in Western Maryland, which, yeah, that's kind of goofy. Oh, Metrolink plane, no. No. And we've got a Sprinter loco in an Amtrak phase livery that doesn't quite line up. Assuming that this is actually a locomotive that's based in the United States, because I don't know, maybe this was photoshopped on. I don't know what part's been altered. I have become so skeptical at this point. Personally, I wasn't a fan of the livery for the Southern Pacific Santa Fe merger. But, I don't know, beggars can't be choosers. We got another one, Norfolk Southern. We got Coaster, but it's a Sprinter of some sort. We got another Siemens Amtrak. Penn Central, but it's got the paint scheme of, I don't know what the... And, Spirit of Barcode. Union Pacific unveils new heritage loco. Union Pacific has unveiled the newest heritage unit to their fleet, the 1111 Spirit of Barcode. A spokesperson for the Union Pacific says, "We are unsure who approved of this unit to be painted or where it came from." Classic posts from WDTX 1402. And that's all of that. RJ Corman again. I'm not sure what to make of that. AMT for a Government of Ontario logo. Oh, there were only 2 of these. Oh no. Demonstrator livery for the... Gosh dang, I don't even know what locomotive this is. It just looks disgusting. But at least the color makes it look a little nicer. We got the Dakota, Minnesota, and Eastern here for what I assume is supposed to be a European logo, which... Is it a European logo? What is it? Please don't tell me it's a European logo, otherwise we'd have to spin the wheel. And we got ourselves a partially assembled frame for a locomotive, diesel electric. I'm trying to remember the name. Charger, that's right. And we got the sounder. Oof. This looks goofy. Ah, yes, the EMD F40PHM-2. Thank you for that. We got the Southern Pacific GG1 livery. And we got a repost of the Metro, because of course. Now we got Via Rail. But it's on a British pannier tank engine. Or side tank engine, I should say. Gotta get my words straight. Oh, right. Yeah, I think I made a post about the F69 PHACs, which...
Nice.
And we got ourselves an F40 P unit of some sort, the one that used to be in the Caltrain system before they moved them all to Argentina. Yeah, it was one of the first few that had AC traction motors. It would walk so that other AC motor diesel electrics could run. Yes, EMD's nuts. And we've got... Yeah! Let's see, what is this? I feel like this is an all-white version of a conversion of the subway car from that 2002 Spider-Man train set from Lego. Classic repost. We got Gauge, Amtrak. We got New Jersey. And another post from who knows how long ago. We got a classic repost. I think we saw this before. We've got Norfolk and Western and Union Pacific liveries for a GS4 logo. We got the Snail Road. That's another cursed repost. And another cursed repost, but this time it's actually more goofy. And of course, we got the classic cursed train with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. But yeah, there was that thing I was supposed to look at. Oh, GS2, sorry. So what was that post I was supposed to be looking at? Yeah, this one from Virtual Railfan. And is it gonna load for me? Oh, it's 15 minutes long. We'd be here all night. And I know everybody's got to get some sleep. I see. Yeah, I think it was... I should have noticed based on the... What is it called? Yes, on the GS2, the smoke box door is different. Because the GS2 was smooth, right? Whereas the GS4 had all those bolts on it. For some reason. For some reason, I was thinking that that curve was going to be a little bit sharper, but I guess not. But yeah, who's there, by the way? Oh, Via Rail, of course. I should have seen that coming from a mile away. But Via Rail who? But yeah, she's taking her sweet dear time. I know these aren't supposed to be the fastest locos, but I was under the impression that at the very least, it would go a little bit faster, but maybe that's just me. Or it could just completely stop, because... You know... I guess it's more enjoyable for everybody to just stop by and take a look. At least for a moment before it zips off again. And that's what it does according to the preview. With the assistance of... What is it? I'm having trouble seeing it. 1616. With the Abe Lincoln. Okay, that's what you're referring to. I see. Yeah, I thought so. But we got ourselves a livery I was not expecting. But, you know, it actually makes sense. Transcontinental Railroad wouldn't have been possible without Lincoln, and If I recall, he signed these paperwork legislatively and otherwise to get it done with the Union Pacific and the Central Pacific, so gotta commemorate that somehow. Yeah, Union Pacific 1616. I do wonder, though, what's on the charter for this, or on the roster for this train set. Well, it's a bit of a bummer that the observation car isn't like a curved lounge. It's just a straight bulkhead of sorts. But it's got a lot of lights. That I cannot deny. That's an end of train device. Okay, so we saw that. I think it's time for Train of Thoughts Discord!
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
For some reason it's... Wait, I'm on Cursed Trains, correct? Oh, this is where I left off. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why the middle of the train, if it's got an observation in the rear of the car, but okay. We got the shed from Panzer Fox with the funny funnel. Ding, ding, ding. We have a wiener. And we also have Hoya fanboys here. Just gonna take a quick look here. Come on, you had one job. You had one job. How do you continue to make the same mistake over and over and over again? Like that? Sticking all the dang catenary poles on the tracks themselves. You can't use them anymore now. Someone's getting fired. This is from me last week. It was a post of the GoFest conductor phalanx. Okay, this is where we need to resume. I kind of like this, says Rattle P1000. I am familiar with the J3A Hudsons. I gotta learn a little bit more about the 1616. This one's just called Smelter. Anyway, I had a funny funnel. Actually, I think this counts as a second funny funnel because it's got handles on it for some reason. Wouldn't you burn yourself if you grab that? Anyway, 2 spins! I'm a pickle, Morty! Morty! Look, I turned myself into a pickle! So we'll mark that as done. And what else do we have? Oh. I was hoping for something unrelated to making using another model. So I guess we'll spin it a third time, see what happens. Blue Lobster Jump Scare! Oh no! So we'll mark that bad boy done. Hop over to Cursed Trains again. I will go hop back into the void while I go change models up. Grab that blue lobster. Where am I going to put the lobster without it interfering with something else? I guess I'm putting it over my mouth. Hold on, I think I might. There we go. Now we've got it. Oh, I'm already familiar with the J3 locos. But then again, we barely just started, so I guess I can take one last look at the 1616. Hey, the Sleepy K4. You should have gotten a notification if you had notifications on. But yeah, Union Pacific 1616. Abraham Lincoln SD70. Oh, and the website for Union Pacific actually has it right there. Abraham Lincoln Commemorative Locomotive. Why do I feel like Lionel's gonna manufacture this at some point? Or the other companies in the O scale conglomerate that it's a part of now with MTH and K Line. Anyway, Union Pacific honors President Abraham Lincoln's legacy, connecting the nation and unleashing economic innovation with a specially painted commemorative locomotive numbered 1616. The symbolic tribute to the nation's 16th president. Why am I mispronouncing stuff? Lincoln's signing of the Pacific Railway Act of 1862 created the Union Pacific and authorized the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad, connecting the country during a pivotal time and laying the foundation for America's freight rail supply chain. Revealed through a rendering on President's Day this year on the 17th of February, Locomotive 1616 serves as a lasting tribute to Lincoln's vision. It is the second presidential locomotive in the Union Pacific's heritage fleets, joining the 4141 for George H.W. Bush. The Lincoln locomotive was designed with the unique colors of Lincoln's era and a nod to the 119, one of the locomotives present at the Promontory Summit in Utah, marking the completion of the first transcontinental railroad for the United States. Public viewings, Greeley, Colorado, at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum on 10th Street on the 19th. Previous viewings. Oh, hey there. Welcome to the stream, Dr. Ducks. Glad to see you're here. So yeah, I was able to check this out and make a note of it. And yes, it does have a nice brass bell. As all good things should be. British European Texas 210-4 engine, question mark, from Portmaster. Locomotives that were and locomotives that weren't. An artist's look at locomotive development from the files by Robin Barnes, but not in that order. I see. I see. Now, this is kind of interesting to see such a large locomotive like this down here of that design. Anyway, Oscar 452 says, ahem, excuse me, but what the hell is this? And I don't know. It's a big locomotive. I'm surprised it. Why do I feel like this would have derailed like that one Soviet locomotive that was super long, single frame, boiler, goofy loco? Union Pacific 9000 class, you say? Why am I not surprised? So it's a 414-2. That's a lot of driving wheels. Oh, is it out of sync again? It looks like it's up to date. At least as far as I can tell. Okay, take care. Have fun with your lurk. Anyway, just gonna zoom out here. We got some responses though, so maybe I should go take a look. Oh, it's just some contextual information. Ooh, 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 ooh. We also have a photo that's actually colored. Oh, did I miscount the drivers again? Gosh dang it. Well, I think it would be cursed, or even more cursed, if it had those on the smoke box. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 12. Dang it. Why did I think I was counting 7? Hoya fanboy 1930s with Gone In. EUQ knows. Eknos? I don't know. It's a custom fan character, an OC or original character for the lack of a better term. But yes, thank you to everybody who's been able to stop by. Just this face is priceless. Truly cursed. Oh, oh. Blue Sky 1. A photo of the Norfolk and Western Y3 and the Pennsylvania Railroad acquired with a Photoshop T1 boiler front onto the smoke box. That is a sentence of all time. It's also very bit crushed. But I don't know. I feel like I kind of vibe with this. Admittedly, if you're going to streamline up here, you might want to streamline down here, but you get the idea. Yep, very low quality image. I don't hate this. It reminds me of the Soviet P-38, according to Wes. And all I have to say to that is this image is a repost. Moving on. Oh no! Just finished this new window insert for a Pullman car. J2, where did you find this? How did you find this? The last I checked, the classic Pullman green cars were supposed to be the old school, like, early 20th century heavyweights, not the streamlined cars. McDonald's Wi-Fi. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not clever enough to make one. But if you want to insult somebody, you just need to say that you've got you just got to tell them that they're working on some sort of fast food chain's Wi-Fi, and that should be enough of an insult if their ping is too high and you're playing PvP or something. I feel like there's an insult there. Let's see, the Marklin O scale 2C1 English Live Steam logo. An interpretation of the Flying Scotsman, and oh, that's what it is. 4020. And it's Marklin, and it's live steam, and it's tin plate. Oh. Everything about this feels kind of off and wrong. That was fast. But then again, I take forever to shower. I am very curious how this kind of a coupler works, because I've never seen it much before here in the United States. And I do wonder when it was manufactured. Well, not only that, they probably didn't have reference photos either. I don't know. I sincerely don't know. They may have been technically limited in what they could manufacture, because making very fine-tuned precision parts and being able to do that over and over again extremely quickly for mass consumption is no easy feat. And being able to do it cheaper is even more difficult. Anyway, Panzerfox at it again with the 40 horsepower simplex locomotive for the Motor Rail and Tramcar Company Limited. 900 of these were made for Great Britain in the First World War. Oh, these things. Oh, yeah, these things. These goobers. For narrow gauge use, I imagine. This one's had its cab cut off the top. This one still has the cab intact. This is kind of a funny funnel, because it is peeking through the roof, but it's technically exhaust with a catalytic converter of some sort. Company answered. Oh, hold on a sec. Yes, absolute goober. In 1916, the company answered a War Department tender for military supply railways. Specifications for a 600 millimeter or 1 foot 11 inch gauge locomotive with no more than 1 ton of axle load per axle, capable of hauling up to 15 tons at 5 miles an hour. Company designed a new locomotive with the outer longitudinal bent rail frame mounted on a set of 2 driven axles. The J20 petrol engine manufactured by the W.H. Dorman Company Stafford was center set in the frame along with the Dixon Abbott patent gearbox, which drove the unsprung axles through a chain drive. Okay, so it's actually gas powered and not diesel powered like I would have expected. Or at least that's what I think. Second but armored version was made to specifications defined by the Ministry of Munitions as well. This was the upgraded Dorman 4JO 40 horsepower engine with 2-speed gearbox, coming in open, protected, and armored. Oh yeah, that looks funny. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to look like that, Chief. Oh, I see, I see. They left it in the Cheyenne yard. Well, they didn't need it. That's perfectly fine by... Oh, gosh. Chaos at the yard. I'm sorry, what? Hoya fanboy, what are you doing in Roblox? Making a gosh dang mess. And for some reason, his head is a teapot with a hat on top. Rio Grande 060 Camelback. If you know anything about camelbacks and or the Rio Grande, you'll know why this is cursed. I don't, so unfortunately we don't see the magnitude of disgustingness this image has entailed. Is this a custom roadbed? Looks like it's a custom roadbed of some sort. And that's from Blue Sky 1. I'm assuming Muka Skyline? I don't know. Gonna have to verify that. Chinese FEF and CC201 for specific private Japanese railway companies. Oh. Oh. More fantasy schemes. Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. J2, these HO Climax locomotives look cool. I don't know how to feel about this. I've been seeing this when I've been window shopping online for stuff that interests me. And they have this kit that used to be in circulation. And unfortunately, I don't know what to make of this because it just looks so disgusting to me. Oh, I see, I see. TMH unveils first Russian high-speed tram. Uh, I don't think they're supposed to go fast. From Hoya Fanboy 1930s. Oh boy. This T1 got stolen by the New York Central, and it's been dubbed the Commodore Vanderbilt because, of course, they did. Wait, was it not electric before? Could have swore it would have been electric the whole time. And let's see. So yeah, when everyone knows this is Donald, but I call him Demon, by the way. This is Aussie. From Green Train. And it's got a spooky, scary skeleton skull at the front. And another skeleton on the side here, but the head's glowing. But yeah, I didn't... For some reason, I thought this would have been AI generated, but it's not. And that makes it even more cursed. So, what am I looking at here? It just looks like a... Oh! Oh. I think we need to go to the coding departments. I think we've programmed this incorrectly. Because those wheels are not fitting on those rails. It's too narrow. Let's see. Panzer Fox with the FC Su... or is it Soup? Or is it Soupe? I don't know. Soup San Nicola Manning Wardle 420 ST, or saddle tank, from Peru, 1868. Only one was made. Built for short curves. Built by the Manning Wardle in 1868 with the number 246. Later found in the Ferrocarril de San Nicolas. Since this railway was only founded in 1898 by the Sociedad Agrícola San Nicolas, the original customer is hard to determine. Railway was used in another side tank locomotive with the same wheel arrangement that had been built by Black Hawthorne in 1891 as well. Oh, that's strange. I thought they would have coded that decades ago. Like maybe 2007. Look at this funny brake shoe. Like, you got the little lever here, or actually corkscrew gear mechanism here with the handle. And that just moves the gear slightly down to push this set of levers over into this shoe here. And there's no braking capabilities on the pilot wheels, so just gonna have to live with that. I just wish it wasn't a saddle tank engine, because that's what makes it gross to me. And I have a feeling this is a funny funnel of some sort, because it's just stretching from the firebox up to the top here. Not sure if it goes all the way through, but it must be, because otherwise it would just accumulate stuff venting out of the funnel. Maybe this technical diagram will help. Ah, yeah, that confirms it. You can see it poke out through here. Hi, Amtrak STP-40F Phase 3. Welcome to the stream, and to Yamyas 2141 as well. But yes, the true goober of locomotives here. But we got ourselves a funny funnel, and that means it's time to spin the wheel. And there's an ad in the way. And now it's gone. Rendered by Ubisoft. Great. I always hate this one. Anyway, let me go bounce back into the void while I go get that fixed. Or should I say, unfixed? So yeah, we got Blue Lobster here. We got my little guy here and my hat to top it all off. So what do we do now, Sleepy K4? Simple. We resume where we left off. And where we left off was this little goober locomotive, which, now that I think about it, maybe it's supposed to be Super San Nicolas Manning Wardle, because it's supposed to be Spanish, not French. I know, it's nuts. Boy, has the time flown. I thought I would have gotten a lot more done in that time, but I guess not. Broadster posted, it's meant to do that. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Let's see, Friends or Panzerfox. New series of posts sourced from Twitter account that live posts as a reporter during historical periods, namely in the increments of 250 years ago, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, and 20 years ago. Every so often these posts involve trains, namely wrecks or derailments. Mods ill attempt to avoid the major ones as stated in the rules. However, I'd like to have more help previewing some of them if they're alright. First post of the series. So what seems to be the issue? Is it just an image? Is that the issue, that it's a tragedy of some sort? Because, like, we are no strangers to tragedy. Well, I don't think there's anything stopping you. You just gotta hop into settings. Oh no, you had one job, video distributors, for Muka Skyla. Okay, yeah, this is Muka Skyla proper. Flying Scotsman! But that's not the Flying Scotsman, that's the 611. You know what? You, publisher. You had one job. Hex. That's a new face I hadn't seen before. Hornby Livesteam models. Oh. That's Livesteam? It's so small. In 00 scale, no less. How do you... I know I've seen it before online for sale. Oh, and of course it's sustained burn damage. Oh no. Oh boy. And here it is in working action. We've got the vestiges of a motor here. We got a bunch of tubes running through here. We've got what I assume is a boiler here. It's hard to make any sense out of this. I need to see a video. How does this thing work? I don't know. I need to find out. Yeah, usually they are electric, but there are rare instances of live steam HO scale, not just garden scale or any scale higher than that. To a lesser extent for O scale, though we have seen quite a few from the tin plate era from the UK. And that's what's weird. Now let's see what's cursed about O. Rail Van Looy with a dude carrying a full-scale raptor. And this is the Catskill Mountain Railroad switcher logo, and it's got a recycling logo here for some reason. And there is a lot to unpack. There is a lot to unpack here. So is this Velociraptor just supposed to be something you can just carry around? Is it a puppet? Is it both? But yeah, it's there is a lot to unpack in this picture. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I think this is at least worth 10,000. I wonder if it's a puppet, is its eyes able to blink? That'd be extra cool. Anyway, that is something I was not expecting on the railroad. Gives me goofy Mario Kart World vibes. What else was I thinking? Oh yeah, for life steam and HO scale, I think usually they rely on a fuel called butane, and you need distilled water because if you use regular tap water, there's too much calcium and the lime and other stuff in there, and it'll just clog up the pipes. Let's see, Steam Team with... I have no idea what this is. It's an atrocity. Some sort of Cthulhu looking eldritch horror smacked on top of a conventional steam locomotive. Yes, this is funny funnels because the horns are the smokestacks. Not just interesting, surreal, like, it screams 1980s Dungeons and Dragons. Go to jail! Dang it. Anyway, let me bounce over to prison. I am now imprisoned. Or detained, whichever you prefer. I feel like it's supposed to be for... Gosh dang it. Supposed to be further over to the left. There we go. Well, if you're gonna bust me out, you need to get me to spin the wheel again. Something is wrong with this bounce house. Oh. Oh. Why would you make a face like that? All aboard the train. No thanks. I think I've seen enough. I'm not even sure if it's Photoshop or a combination of that and AI or some other goofy nonsense. Yes. I don't know what kind of a reference it would be if there were any. Yeah, I felt it was photoshopped, but something uncanny about the rods on the side here and the wheels seems strangely off in a way that Photoshop can't do. And we got a response from the cursed signalman asking why. I was thinking the same thing. It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything. Panzer Fox at it again with the Cape Government Railways Kitson Mayor. Speaking of which, I was trying to figure out what kind of locomotive for the thumbnail this time, and I spent like way too long trying to figure it out. And one of the Kitson Mayors was something that came to mind. In this case, it's the South African class KM, circa 1903. Oh, it's just as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, that's just disgusting. Just absolutely, absolutely disgusting. And it's got a funny funnel, so we're gonna have to spin the wheel again. We're spinning the wheel a lot this time. It should make up for last time. Blue Lobster! I do wonder, though, would it be funnier if instead of removing it when I hit it a second time, that I just add another Blue Lobster? You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep adding blue lobsters until I'm just completely covered in them. Because that's funny. That's funny to me. Soon enough, I will become 100% blue lobster. Oh, what's the bad news? I thought they were already bankrupt at this point. Like they already filed for Chapter 11 or something? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Kitson presented their variants of the Mayer locomotive in South Africa, in which the running gears were further apart and both had cylinders at the rear. Thus, as with the Garretts, a large firebox could be placed in between. This design, the Kitson Mayer, was offered for testing to the CGR, the Beira, and the Mashonaland Railway, and the CSAR. Did it work, though? Later increased the tender's water capacity. Didn't improve boiler performance. Although they were to become the KM class at the SAR, the CGR and B and MR locomotives were retired in 1912. Only the CSAR loco was able to remain in service for a few more years after modification of the cylinders to reduce the boiler problem. I'm assuming there are no survivors. And I'm sorry, what? What? I'm sorry, what? And for some reason, there's this little narrow gauge engine in this house. Which begs the question of how the did it get in there? Actually, no, wait, this isn't a house. This is a restaurant. I can just see from the multiple dinner tables. I guess that answers one question. And we got Mika here. Someone in game made a replica of an early E2 and then modified it to this. Thanks. I hate it. Yeah, it does look like that. I cannot deny that's what it looks like. Also looks kind of hand-drawn. It's even got some of the mistakes you'd associate with something hand-drawn. And let's see, it's May 10th, 1972. A train of the Canadian Pacific Railway derails in Waukesha, Wisconsin. It's from Panzer Fox, the second of the Twitter Living History Post series. Oh no. I broke this boxcar in half, and now I've got wood everywhere. Yes, shiver me timbers. That is a perfectly adequate response. And it definitely lives up to the origin of the namesake for that idiom. Railfan Loy, you'll roll to... Oh. Oh. It's an O-scale version of Stephen King's It. Why does it have those eyes? Those Pennywise eyes? I feel like there was a missed opportunity there when they just plastered them on. Is that... I forget. Is there a full... I know there were... I just saw the catalogs maybe last week or the week before when I was trying to look for a thumbnail with the triplex, and for one reason or another, I saw a bunch of stuff pertaining to movie IPs that weren't available in years past, and I think Stephen King's It was part of it. Like, it's got to be here somewhere. catalog 2025 train catalog. So was it here with the July release? I don't think it was this one, but if it was, that would make my life way easier. Ooh, could have added this to the thumbnail. The Phantom locomotive, but it's Star Wars themed, so yeah, that can just write off. That was one of the other IPs that I was thinking of, but not the one I had in mind. So summer release, Big Book, Legacy, Berkshire, no, Vision Line, spring release, Big Book. Yes, the 2024 catalog. Actually, I see it here in the Vision Line for 2023. Okay, just gonna flip through some pages here. Come on, I know I can go faster. Because there's way more intellectual properties being referenced, especially this. This is super cursed. Come on. Oh, what on earth was that? Wings Angels. The frick is that? Amazing photographer who specializes in the 1940s Hollywood glam and World War II pinup photography. Malik's Wings of Angels series is truly unique. Perfect way to pay tribute to the pinups of aviation on your train layouts. I think that's more than enough, thank you. Oh boy, I was not expecting that to be there, but there it is. Berkshires, accessories. Yeah, that's not very helpful. Got some curse liveries here as well. And some classics. Come on, go faster. I don't have all the time in the world. Is there a faster way to... Oh, right, they made this thing. This atrocity. Can't believe you done this. Bookmarks, thumbnails. Oh, this'll be faster. But I can hardly see for... Anyway, I think that's more than enough trying to find what I was looking for. Why did I have a typo? Somehow, yeah, this isn't the one I'm looking for. Yeah, this isn't helping either. 2015. Let me just try to narrow it down some more. I wouldn't know. I wasn't keeping track. North Pole. Model trains. Open a new window, just to be safe. Yeah, this is it. I give up. I guess I can try that. Gonna crack my knuckle. Hmm. Yeah, this isn't helping. This isn't helping. Not in the slightest. I don't want to check images because I don't want to show something that is unfiltered or whatever. But it looks like we hit the end quite quickly. And the reply is, so this is why there hasn't been another Lionel Circus train. Actually, good question. When was the last time they had one? Like over half a century ago. So yeah, I'm just going to balls to the wall, just try to see the image results. Yeah, yeah, no, it's not. It's not. It's only able to interpret the Charlie the Choo Choo from the Stephen King book, not because I could have swore I saw something related to Stephen King and the Lionel trains. Oh yeah, I can certainly do that now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig deeper. I'm gonna have to dig way deeper, which is unfortunate. But if this is a custom, actually, no, wait, reverse image search. Copy image. Catalog. This might be our last bet. And these are none of them. These are none of them. It's giving me results for the Intercity Express and a bunch of high-speed rail train sets from the Shinkansen as interpreted by Tomitech, which is completely unrelated in every way, shape, and form. Maybe I can change the focus. Yeah, that's not changing it either. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to cooperate today. Oh well. Off to Jacket Jail Fries! Oh my, there are quite a few posts. So yeah, new James here. 20 hours ago, image isn't mine. The 2:12:6 moment. Let's go take a look at that. And then we can go take a look at this. The use of this principle is not confined to locomotives having a rear wheel leading truck. A very satisfactory application has been something out for the two-wheel leading truck locomotive. And this will be something applied to a locomotive having 6 pairs of coupled drivers, although it's equally applicable to engines having a lesser number of driving wheels. And this thing is a 2:12:6 with cross sections for the top view, but the whole frame, side view, and I think that's it. It just looks wrong because the firebox is so big. But we should be able to take another look at every image, every wheel arrangement written on paper. The ultimate white notation list. And for some reason, it's cut off. And I don't know why. But we've got our 020 joke. We've got the 420 Jervis. We got some other stuff. Four coupled American Atlantic. Hudson Pacific Prairie. I think there's a spelling error there. We got ourselves the Mogul as well. We got the 10-wheeler. Consolidation, Macedon, Mikado, Mountain, Berkshire, Northern, Decapod, Santa Fe, El Gobernador, Texas, and the 410-4. So yeah, I feel like there's more in the white notation, and then there's stuff that's outside the white notation, which is even weirder. But I think that's neither here nor there, because we've hit the end of the line with Creepy Clown Train, unfortunately. Oh, I see. If you want me to go take a look at that, I certainly can. Let's see. Sleepy K4. Got videos. We've got posts. Oh, right, this one. Yeah, I think we've seen this one before. It's a big fat yikes. We got some other stuff here. I didn't think I'd be able to get that. Oh well. Custom stickers. And some other stuff. Okay. So yeah, I think that's more than enough. Unless there's anything else people want me to look at. I wouldn't know. I'm completely out of the loop when it comes to anything with Chuck E. Cheese. Will I watch another video? Oh man, it's the 3rd anniversary of Tales of the Pizzaplex. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I feel older already. Oh boy. Okay, so back to this channel again. There should be shorts as requested. Where did we leave off? Because there are quite a few here, and they are not helping me. Let's get some details by converting it to a regular video. Okay, so this was uploaded 3 months ago. Okay, so there's that. Oh, didn't mean to close that. So yeah, we got this, 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 and this. And that's the latest and the greatest. Oh right, I remember this one. This is a teaser. I feel like this is copyrighted, so I'll just mute it. This is cars. This isn't trains. Or is it? Oh, I think I've heard of Rolling Lines before. It's not train related, so I'm not gonna look it up, Jeremy.
Who started racism? Yo, Fax, I always want to know who started racism, man. Who started racism?
Why am I not surprised by this
Who started racism, man?
post? Impressive.
Who started racism?
I didn't think they were gonna go there, but of course. I swear the audio is so deep fried. Yes, the Hot Wheels trains. The original ones. Let's see. Okay, so was there anything else people wanted me to see? Anything? Aside from stuff that's not train related? We could certainly do that. And let's see. What was the other one? I already know what the J3 looks like. It's a classic. Yeah, yeah, I'll try to wrap things up. There was... Let's see. Oh, I see. This is the one you were talking about, right? But yeah, the low poly vibe is good in this game. I can just tell. But we could be here a while. That's fine. I was able to work around it. Camera's a little jittery, though. But maybe that's just me. Oh, skip to the end? Ah, the bloopers, yes. Let's go check out them bloopers. Come on. Oh, yeah, I see. So what's the blooper here? Or is this supposed to be the outro? Oh! Southern Pacific jump scare. I was not expecting that. Okay, so I think that should be more than enough. So, gameplay, just chatting. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, that should be it for tonight. See you same day of the week, next week on Friday, for the 100th stream of Cursed Trains from Train of Thought's Discord. Go check out Train of Thought's Discord if you haven't already. Go check out his Twitter. Check out his YouTube. All those things are in the description down below. Videos and streams like this are only made possible through the engagement and contributions of folks like you. I thank you for that. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and notifications on. Add it to your favorites playlist. Become a channel member or a patron at patreon.com if you are able to financially support me. Don't do it if you can't pay rent. You can also donate directly to me, preferably through the Stream Elements link in the description below, but also through the Super Chat if that's too difficult. Anyway, I want to thank you all for stopping by to go and look at stuff. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Bye, everybody.